Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is 21st of September. It is Ashwini Masa or Padmanabha Masa, Krishna Paksham and Amavasya Tithi. So today it is Sarva Pitru Amavasya. So we shall read a few lines from iskandzp.com about this event. Can I request there are three sections. Three sections of this one reading. Can I request Jayaved Mataji to read the first section, please?
Hare Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Sri Narsimha himself recommends performing of Shraddha ceremony by his devotee Prahlad after delivering Hiranyakashipu. Kurutvam preta krityani pitu putasya sarvashaha mad anga sparsha nenanga lokan yashyati suprajaha. My dear child, your father has already been purified just by the touch of my body at the time of his death. Nonetheless, the duty of a son is to perform the Shraddha ritualistic ceremony after his father's death, so that his father may be promoted to a planetary system where he may become a good citizen and devotee. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.10.22. Although the Lord himself states that by his touch Hiranyakashipu is liberated, still the Lord advises Prahlad to perform Shraddha ceremony. This highlights importance of the performing Shraddha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, second request, Usha Mataji, would you like to read the next section, Mataji, please?
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. A man, when born in this world, is born with Pancharuna, the five tips. Pitruruna, Matruruna, Devaruna, Rishiruna, and Bhutaruna. Pitruruna gets cleared when the child performs the final ritual of the father upon his demise. He is free from debt of the father. Matruruna does not get cleared at all. One can never repay what a mother does to his child. We are all ever indebted to a mother for having brought us into this world, bearing all the pain and nourishing us selflessly. Devaruna is cleared by performing our duties as worship. Rishi Rina is cleared when we make correct uses of our knowledge and teach it to an able disciple. Bhutaruna can be cleared only by proper use of materials made available to us by God, whether it is fire, water, air, house utensils, and grain, and other objects, by not polluting them and respecting them in its correct uses, avoiding abuse and ill distribution. There is one more Manushya Runa, also as Matru Runa, cannot be cleared, may be giving fire to the Chitta gives her peace. Even doing a Sraddha Karma gives peace. Pitrus, when satisfied, bless their family with good progeny, long life, fortune, and all opulences. What you are doing is very good, appreciated by all Pitrus and Devatas and Gurus also. But it is Nitya Karma, not Sraddha Karma. Performing Sraddha is a part of obeying Dharma as per science of Dharma. As an ancestor, soul becomes satisfied only after receiving wind and water from their son. The sun protects his ancestors' soul from the hell named Putta. Therefore, Lord Brahma himself has named him as Putra. Putta is a name of a hell you come across is in type of hells described in Garuda Purana. A son who performs Radha Karma, offering ancestors water and till every Amavasya, Pitru can be satisfied and ascend to higher planets.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Saranya Mataji, would you like to read this next section if you're available? If Mataji is not, Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Chapter 1, Text 42, BG. Due to the evil deeds of the destroyer of family, traditional, all kind of community, project and family welfare and activity are devastated. Purpose: the full order of human society combined with family welfare activity as they are set forth by the institution of the Sanatana Dharma or Vamasarma Vamasarma Dharma are designed to enable the human being to attain his ultimate salvation. Therefore, the breaking of the Sanatana Dharma traditional by irresponsible leader of society bring about chores in that society, and consequently people forget the aim of life, Vishnu, life of aim of life, Vishnu. Such leaders are called blind, and persons who follow such leaders are sure to be led into chaos. Presently, it is a time actually called Pitru Paksha in the month of Bhadrapad Mass is perfect timing to do this Shraddha karma. If one cannot do yearly Shraddha karma for all the ancestors, if it could be done once for all in this auspicious month, Mahalaya Amavasya. Pitrulokas one day equal 1 month on earth. That's why they do Tarpan every Amavasya if possible. Daily doing puja for Lord, offering Krishna Bhoga and then offering to Guru Maharaj, and then taking the same to ancestors, and then partaking. It is a nitya karma. It is nice, but Shraddha karma should not be stopped. If you have no time to if you have no time to do every Amavasya, you could do it on special days like Mahalya Amavasya or solar eclipse. You must do more research on this and ask from pujan in the temple. They can guide you. Krishna is called Yagna, and Yagna Bhokta, all offering to his is like offering to all and entire universe. Draupadi fed him with a single grain of rice. It offered to God with love and humility become the bija primordial seeds, which feeds one satis, uh, satis, satis, satisfies the satisfies the whole universe. He then ate that single grain of rice, and at that time, for that day, the whole universe was stomach full and satisfied. But still Pitrun has rune has to be removed by the sun. In one Ekadasi story, we come across a story, Moksha Ekadasi. You can go, you can go through this Ekadasi relieved the suffering of Pitru who are in hell because of sinful activity he performed and was relieved when his son performed this Ekadasi and transfer his credits to, to his father. Then the father could ascend to higher planet. In this story, even the king's son was a great Vaishnava Bhakta. Then why did he has to do this Ekadasi to relieve his father of suffering? You begin a devotee and offering Krishna Bhoga is not sufficient. In my opinion, you must do at least Mahalya Amavas if you cannot do every month and in case you do not remember the exact day, time and nakshatra of the ancestors past ancestors past. You can offer to all ancestors on this day by telling these names and leaving tarpana water with seal on the pinda. You must talk about this more with some learned Brahmin Pandita and do it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely read. So here in the Bhagavatam, it is described. So here, what it means to everyone, all the Grihasthas, because we are not yet completely surrendered, 100% surrendered. We are still in the Grihastha Dharma, progressing. So we must be a model for everyone, Pramana. A devotee means all responsible. So that he will lead as an example everyone else. So as part of that, we also offer this, we observe this Sarva Pitru Amavasya, offering the pinda to the forefathers. Okay, so that is what. Otherwise, if he is completely surrendered, like a sannyasi, and he doesn't take to any grihastha dharma, then Deva Rishi Bhutaptanunam Pitrunam Nakinkaro Nayam Runicha Rajan Sarvatmanaha Yah Saranam Saranyam Gato Mukundam Parihutya Kattam. So he does not have to be indebted to the devas, rishis, bhutas, and relatives, pitrus, like that. Nakinkaro. He does not have to. But as long as we are in Grihastha Dharma, having the relatives and everyone, and having some kind of Grihastha Dharma means everything else. So he must observe that one as a responsible devotee, responsible Vaishnava. Okay, so that is, okay, here it is also described. Srila Prabhupada used to quote this one. It is for the completely surrendered devotee. He does not have any other business. Okay, so for him, no other business, just only Krishna. But for Grihasthas, we observe, we respect forefathers. They have given all this body and everything else. So, in a gratitude. Okay, today is the Sarvapitru Amavasya, auspicious day to offer tarpanas or pindas to the forefathers. Okay, that is from the event's perspective. Okay, so we shall move to our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is in his gigantic form. We have been discussing the Virata form. Maitreya Muni describing to Vidura. So saying that, so sa adhyatmaha sadidhivasya sadibhuta iti tridha virat prano dashivida ekada hrudayena cha. And this Virata form, so here sa adhyatmaha, sa adidhaivasya, sa adibhuta, in three different ways. In three different ways, he expanded himself. Virat Pranu Dashavida, Ekada Hridayena cha. And here Trida Dashavida Ekada in three different forms. So So he is the only person. He is appearing in different ways. That is the Virata form. Okay, that is later on Maitreya Muni is describing about the Virata form, that after understanding that demigods have prayed to him and exhibiting this Virata form in front of the demigods, so that it to give assurance to them that he is taking care of and listening, and he will do necessary things for the demigods. Similarly, when Krishna has showed Virata form to Arjuna, when Arjuna requested to see if it is possible for me, kindly show me the Vishwarupa, how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. Then Lord has showed his Virata form. Likewise, here demigods, when they are praying to the Supreme Lord, and again the Lord is showing the Virata form. How, okay, so that demigods does not have to worry about. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 6, verse number 10. स्मरन् विशसुजामीशो विज्ञापितम् अदोक्षजहं विराजमतपत् विराजम विराजमतपत्स्वेन तेजसैषां विवृद्धये स्मरन् विश्वसृजाम् ईशो विश्वम स्मरन् विश्वसृजाम् स्मरन् remembering Vishwasrujam of the demigods entrusted with the task of cosmic construction, Vishwasrujam, Isho, the Supreme Lord, Vijnapitam Adokchajaha, and he was prayed by the demigods. Vijnapitam, the demigods are praying that in the last chapter, in the last shloka, they were describing Tatavai mat pramukayate bhavuvatman karvama kinte Tomna sajakshuho paradehi sekya devakriyadde yad anugrahanam. Devakriyadde. In order to carry out their functions, they need to have knowledge and the energy to carry out. So for that one, they are asking the mercy of the Lord. Yad anugrahanam. So they are asking Paridehi Sikya. Please provide the Paridehi Sikya. Twamnaha Swachakshuhu Paridehi Sikya Devakriyade. So now, as in such a way demigods pray to him, now it is Lord is understanding their plea. Smaran Vishwajam Isho Vijnapitam Adokchajaha. Adokchajaha, the transcendence. Virajam Apatat Svena. Virajam is the gigantic universal form. Apatat, he considered thus Shvena by his own. So, and then Tejasa Yesham Vivruttaye, and energy, Tejasa is energy, Yesham for them, Vivruttaye for understanding. So he expanded this Virata form to give assurance to the demigods that they are protected, their prayers are being accepted and hearing. Likewise, Lord has showed his form, universal form. Smaran Visvasjamisho Vijnapitam Adokchajaha Virajam Apatatsvena Tejashaisham Vivruttaye. It's a translation for this shloka. The Supreme Lord is the super soul of all the demigods entrusted with the task of constructing the cosmic manifestation. Being thus prayed to by the demigods, he thought to himself and thus manifested the gigantic form for their understanding. Okay, purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so can I request Gaurangi Mataji to read first paragraph and then Jaivaid Mataji read the next half, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The impersonalists are uh, captivated by the gigantic, gigantic universal form of the Supreme. They think that the controller behind this gigantic, how to pronounce probably this one? Gigantic,
Gigantic.
gigantic, gigantic manifestation is an imagination. Intelligent persons, however, can estimate the value of the cost by uh, ob- ob- uh, observing the wonders of the of effects. For example, the individual human body does not develop from the womb of the mother independently, but because the living entity, the soul, is within the body. Without the living entity, um, material body cannot automatically take shape or develop. When any material object displays development, it must be understood that there is a spiritual soul within the manufacture. The gigantic um, universe has developed gradually, just the body of a child develops, and the conception that the transcendental uh, enters within the universe is therefore logical, as the materialist uh, cannot find the soul and the super soul within the heart. Similarly, for want of sufficient knowledge, they cannot see that the Supreme Soul is the cause of the universe. The Lord is therefore described in the Vedic language as uh, Av- Avar Manasa, Avada Manasa, um, Go Gokra, Gokas, I cannot see properly.
Gochara,
Beyond
yeah.
Gokraha, beyond the conception of uh, words and minds.
Yes,
That's it, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
David Mataji, please.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Due to a poor fund of knowledge, the mental speculators try to bring the Supreme within the purview of words and minds, but the Lord refuses to be so intelligible. The speculator has no adequate words or mind to gauge the infinity of the Lord. The Lord is called Adhokshaja, or the person who is beyond perception by the blunt, limited potency of our senses. One cannot perceive the transcendental name or form of the Lord by mental speculation. The mundane PhDs are completely unable to speculate on the Supreme with their limited senses. Such attempts by the puffed up PhDs are compared to the philosophy of the frog in the well. A frog in a well was informed of the gigantic Pacific Ocean, and he began to puff himself up in order to understand or measure the length and breadth of the Pacific Ocean. Ultimately, the frog burst and died. The title PhD can also be interpreted as plough department, a title meant for the tillers in the paddy field. The attempt of the tillers in the paddy field to understand the cosmic manifestation and the cause behind such wonderful work can be compared to the endeavor of the frog in the well to calculate the measurement of the Pacific Ocean. The Lord can reveal himself only to a person who is submissive and who engages in his transcendental loving service. The demigods controlling the elements and ingredients of universal affairs prayed to the Lord for guidance, and thus he manifested his gigantic form as he did at the request of Arjuna. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, sorry.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely read. So here, one of the shloka, so this one described by Kapil Bhagavan. श्लोक न बोधि ददाति विश्वसतं पदं यन्नियमाददः लोकान् स्वदेहं तनुते महान् सप्तभिरावृतम्. So, subject to the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the sky allows outer space to accommodate all the various planets which hold innumerable living entities. The total universe body expands with its 7 coverings under his supreme control. So here also, this is a similar verse that is straight away for the Prabhupada's explanation here giving. The Lord is present, and here we have got our body, human body. Within this body, we have got blood, and everything is flowing, and every part of our body is conscious. It is moving, and it is controlling from. So the soul is staying at the Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridayasya Tishtati. It is staying at the heart and it will illuminate the entire body. Illuminate entire body. So Lord is present in this universe, and because of his presence within our body, like there are so many other blood cells, even the some small germs, worms, they are also staying within our body. Likewise, we are all like that. All the living entities situated within the body of gigantic universal form. There is again one more statement of how these atheistics they will describe, they think and then. Okay, so they say asatyam apritistam te jagadahuraneshwaram aparaspara bhotam kimanyat kamahaitukam. They say that this world is unreal with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. This is the demoniac conclusion. The world is phantasmagoria. It is Gandharva. This is a few things, the different perceptions. The impersonalists are captivated by gigantic universal form of the Supreme. They think that control behind the gigantic universe manifestation is an imagination. Here, intelligent persons, however, can estimate the value of the cause by observing the wonders of effects. He is practically experiencing, but he needs to just stay back and then observe what is happening, why it is happening. So there must be a reason for everything, every moment. There is a reason for it. Okay, and again here Prabhupada explains for giving an example. For example, the individual human body does not develop from the womb of the mother independently, but because the living entity, the soul within the body, because of its presence, the body develops. Without living entity, a material body cannot automatically take shape or develop. So this is our experience. And when any material object displays development, it must be understood that there is a spiritual soul within the manifestation. Okay, this is all explaining the same this statement. And the gigantic universe has developed gradually just as the body of child develops. In a similar way, the universe also gradually grows. And the conception that transcendence enters within the universe is therefore illogical. That is logical. Again, there is a pramana. So there are, what are the pramanas? It is a pratyaksha pramana, paroksha paramana, shrutis, likewise anumana. Anumana is there is a doubt because there something is happening, some sound is coming. That means there is some person. That is one pramana. Pratyaksha means you are directly perceiving the truth. That is pratyaksha pramana. Paroksha pramana is again, so there is something is happening. So that means indirectly we get some kind of information. So that in such a way, there may be something. So that is kind of anumana. And Vedas and the Shrutis, we hear from the authoritative spiritual masters. So that means there is something in the scriptures. It is already established truth. So by these things, conception, their transcendence enters within the universe is therefore logical, pramana. Okay, as the materialist cannot find the soul and the super soul within the heart, similarly, for want of sufficient knowledge, they cannot see the supreme soul is the cause of the universe. They simply, as much as they wanted to use, they use tiny brain to experience pains and pleasures, but they cannot think beyond that there is a soul and super soul. Gigantic, the universe is a gigantic mission and it is running under. So Prabhupada used to give some analogy. So there are so many cars are going on the road, but each car there is a driver there. Car is moving, but the driver is simply sitting there and then controlling the cars. And car is moving, but driver is simply sitting. And likewise, the individual soul and also super soul, they are simply sitting in that seat, the heart, Hridaya Junatistati. And body is controlled by the material nature, by the desires of the individual soul. Like we move hands and everything, but here actually we are souls. We are not, soul is always sitting, like we are sitting in a car, we are sitting in the body, but the body is moving. And then people in this metal world, how it can be understood? I am the car, I am Benz car, I am Ola car, I am Tesla car, like that. They think that, but actually they are not the cars, they are persons, they are humans. Okay, and then the Lord is therefore described in the Vedic knowledge as the Avan Manasa Gocharaha. Avan Manasa Gocharaha, beyond the conception of words and minds. Brahma Deva also says to Narada Muni about glorifying the Lord, describing so many of these ones. Lord has appeared in so many ways, and then finally he says, Naham na yoyam yadutam gatim vidur navama deva kim muta paresuraha Yenmaya mohita buddhaisvidam vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakmahe. O Narada, either myself or yourself or Lord Shiva or what to speak of other demigods, no one can understand about glories of the Lord. Everyone are under Yenmaya mohita buddha isvidam vinirmitam chatmasamam vichakmahe. So Brahma says to everyone are bewildered by his illusion energy. So that's why Yasya karmani gayanti hasmadadayaha nayam vidin satvena tasmay bhagavate namaha. So we simply glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By our tiny brains, we cannot understand. He is beyond the conception of words and minds. Again, due to the poor fund of knowledge, the mental speculators try to bring the Supreme within the purview of words and minds, but the Lord refuses to be so intelligible. The speculator has no adequate words or mind to gauge the infinity of the Lord. This is one's capacity. As per one capacity, they will speculate, but he is beyond those mind and words. Okay, and there are many examples to describe about that one. And further, if we just go further in the purport, the Lord is called Adokshaja, or the person who is beyond perception by the blunt, limited potency of our senses. When he is unlimited, our senses are limited. So we cannot understand the Lord by our human perceptions. And also, our humans have got four defects. One is the imperfect senses, fall into illusion, make mistakes, tend to cheat. These are the 4 defects of the human society. Because of these defects, we cannot understand further. There are many obstacles. There is a Maya, influence of Kali, and we are covered by illusion energy of the Lord. It's not possible that much easily. Okay, so one cannot perceive the transcendental name or form of the Lord by mental speculation. Then the mundane PhDs are completely unable to speculate on the Supreme with their limited senses. Who is going to give the PhD degree? So these are all, it's a foolishness. Another foolish person give the PhD degree to one more foolish. Everyone are humans with the imperfect senses. But we simply rely, I got a PhD, I got a, what is the life achievement awards, I got a PhD, something like a degree B, MA, PhD, something like that. They're all foolish. Who does not have the spiritual knowledge, they give the certificates on the papers and then say that, okay, you are accepted, you are approved, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a lawyer, like that. Okay, but those degrees and all, they are not useful when they are trying to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, such attempts by puffed up PhDs are compared to the philosophy of frog in the well. A frog in a well was informed of the gigantic Pacific Ocean, and then so the frog was thinking, it was so Prabhupada gives a same frog philosophy. One frog came from the Pacific Ocean, and then another frog, it is in the 3 feet well, and then just it was very happily enjoying in the 3 feet well when the frog came from the Pacific Ocean and talking to it, the another frog. So I came from the Pacific Ocean. It is huge, and there are so many things are there. And the frog in the well, the 3 feet well, it is saying, "Is it huge? Is it maybe bigger than my pond?" So it is saying, "Yes." Then will it be 4 feet? And then is it 5 feet? And then it is speculating, and then it is showing that it is also uh, calculating in its own terms. 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, come on, it may be not bigger than that. It is very difficult to even imagine. So that is the frog philosophy. And here Prabhupada is saying frog began to puff himself up in order to understand or measure the length and breadth of the Pacific Ocean by just expanding its body. And then will it be like this? Will it be like this? And then ultimately the frog burst and dead. That is what the title PhD can also be interpreted as the plow department, a title meant for the tillers in the paddy field. Okay, so and then further, the attempts of the tillers in the paddy field to understand the cosmic manifestation and cause behind such wonderful work can be compared to the endeavor of the frog in the well to calculate the measurement of the Pacific Ocean. So we have got so many departments, research departments, and then which are like a space department. Why they are doing unnecessarily instead of spending time for understanding about the life, they are doing something else. So that is unnecessary work, unnecessary struggle, spending public money for unnecessary causes. You cannot stop when there is a meteor is falling. You cannot stop when the tsunami is coming. You cannot stop. Then what is the necessary? And communication. What is the necessity of communication required? First of all, these are useless things. So in the olden days, we used to have nice villages and towns, and where people come together, and then they have got a common purpose. So they have got a temple, and every day they go for the farming, and then taking the cows for the grazing, and bring the cows, get the milk, and get the grains from the farms, and then have nice prasadam with all the family members, go to the temple and come home, and then live happily. As much as this. And then if they wanted to meet relatives, they used to go by walk, used to go by cycle or something like that, or even the bull cart as well. That is nearby, it's full. Everyone are nearby. And now people are scattered throughout the world, everywhere. The father is in one country, mother is in one country, child is in another country, and daughter-in-law, everyone are spread. What they wanted to achieve in this world, they do not understand. It is a meaningless life. Okay, that is what the world is going around. Okay, so further, Prabhupada is mentioning here, the Lord can reveal himself only to a person who is submissive and who engages in his transcendental loving service. Sevonmukehi jihvado swayameva spurtyadaha. Otherwise, atah Sri Krishna namadi na bhavidgrahimindriyehi. Krishna cannot be understood by the senses, and he can be understood by devotional service. He revealed himself to the devotee. So the demigods controlling the elements and the ingredients of universal affairs prayed to the Lord for guidance, and thus he manifested his gigantic form, as he did at the request of Arjuna. So here the Virata form, Lord has manifested Virata form here to give assurance to the demigods so that they are protected. Okay, so likewise this is the Maitreya Muni is mentioning Smaran Visujamesho Vijnapitam Adokchajaha Virajam Atapatsvena Virajam Atapatsvena Tejasa Tejasaisham Vivruttaye Tejasaisham Vivruttaye. For the demigod's understanding, he manifested the Virajam. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Bhaktajana, November 17th, 1970, Bombay. Okay, can I request Usha Mataji to read this small letter?
Yes, my dear Bhaktajana, please accept my blessings. I am so glad to hear from you after a very long time. It is my pleasure that you have come to stay with us in our New York temple. I do not think you are any more able to leave Krishna because he does not let anyone go away who has once come forward in his service. Regarding the ointment which you are finding so useful, the formula is as follows. Hard paraffin candle wax, half an ounce, soft paraffin vaseline 3 ounce, resin or rosin 1 ounce, oil of eucalyptus half ounce, uh, tallow chlorophyll. Melt the two paraffins and the crushed raisins in a small pot. Stir constantly. Then all melted and mix up. Add up the oil of eucalyptus and stir it in. Let the mixture cool somewhat, but keep stirring or the resin will separate and harden on the bottom. Just before the mixture begins to uh, solidify, add enough dry chlorophyll to make the ointment slightly dark green. Not very much required. Stir the mixture thoroughly until it is completely cooled into an ointment. This keeps the ingredients together properly. The mixture should not be reheated after adding the chlorophyll. Regarding the internal sulfur preparation, I do not think that is necessary for you. It is very difficult to prepare and if made incorrectly can become harmful rather than beneficial. I hope you are chanting your rounds regularly and always engaging them in devotional service in our regular temple program. Please ready all our literatures very uh, ready. Please ready all our literatures very carefully and chant Hare Krishna always and be happy. Your ever well wisher is Bhaktivedanta Swami. Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any take your points, Mataji?
So that's not much, but Prabhupada is so telling him how to make an ornament and oh, that is first one is saying that after a long time he didn't hear from him from Bhaktacharya. And the Krishna is always, if you once comes in the Krishna, then he never let you to go away. And maybe he's asking some about the ointment. So Prabhupada is giving the all the what he needs for to make an ointment. So uh, how he has to make. So Prabhupada is very caring about that his disciples and the devotees. So and they say showing how to make the ointment and just stay in the Krishna consciousness and chant and be happy. Yeah, that is Prabhu. Not very much. Yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to comment on this letter? Jai Mataji, you wanted to add any comment?
No, Prabhuji, everything's been nicely explained by Usha Mataji. There isn't much, but just yeah, that statement definitely stood out. That sometimes people leave for a while or whatever, but Krishna brings them back eventually. So I thought that was quite nice. So it looks like, I don't know, I'm guessing here the devotee might have left, or he hasn't heard for a long time, so I'm guessing he might have left but come back anyway. So I don't know. And then Prabhupada seems he's very good at preparing things like this. I don't know whether it's for the body or whatever, but this ointment. So he's very good. As we know, he's good in cooking. He's good in so many things, and this is another thing that he's good at. So yeah.
Prabhupada is a pharmacist, so before.
Yes, it looks like it's like some sort of a ointment for the body or for aches or pains. So I don't know what it is.
Yes.
I don't know. Eucalyptus is in there, so yeah, he's got many talents. It's very different. It can be harmful rather than beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last bit, yeah, Usha Mataji said anyway, that chanting and regular reading of literatures is really important, and that should never be stopped.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is Swadhyayah Abhyasanam Chaiva. So Krishna says this is Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. It is austerity of speech, self-study of Vedic literature. So daily. Okay, so this is Prabhupada is describing and explaining chanting your rounds regularly, always engaging in devotional service in our regular temple program. Okay, this is a daily schedule of devotees. But going to that part, becoming a devotee and engage 100% of our time in the temple and services and having nice prasadam, our acharyas mentions that a fortunate person, he is always eat only the prasadam, engage in the devotional service. There is no better person than him in this world. Likewise, our acharyas glorifies the devotees. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, today evening we don't have any program. Tomorrow, Monday, teachings of Lord Chaitanya continues. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness or anything else, or you wanted to ask questions on Bhagavatam or anything, kindly do so. Okay, no questions, then we shall move to the next part, Ramayana. So we will read a page.
Prabhuji, sorry, this is a very silly, stupid question. It's just a word. How to pronounce that? You know the verse for today. Yeah, that second line. Vigna. Yeah, so it's how to pronounce. I wanted to know. Is it
Vijnapitam.
Vigna or Vigya?
Vijnapitam.
No, there is a no in there. Like we have to pronounce it with a no.
Yes, na is there. It is Vijna. Vijna. So there are letters, alphabets. Let me just share that one. You read Sanskrit or Hindi or
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Hindi, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Alphabets. So there the letters Kakka Gaghanya Chacha Jaini. This is, do you see this one? Chacha Jajja in here, this one. Okay, let me just make it big. Kakka Gagga Nya. This is Nya. Nya it goes Jnanam Vijnapitam Jna.
Gna.
Yes, so if you look at this one, Vijnapitam. Vijnapitam.
Gna.
Vija. This is what you got out. Yeah.
Yes, Vigna. I have been saying that, but I think I still sometimes make mistakes because I read it as Vigna.
Not Ga. It's not Ga. It is
Oh, it's
Jna.
Gya.
Yeah. Vijna.
Vig,
Yeah. Vijna.
Vigna. Vigna.
Yes. Jnanam. Jnanam. Some people they say Gyan, G-Y-A-N, Gyan like that in English. That is how they pronounce. But it is not Gya. It is Jnanam.
Oh my God.
It is a bit tricky, but for example, so I read in Telugu. Here I see every letter properly structured here. So this is Kakka Gagga Nya. This is Nya. Jnanam. So Jna plus this alphabet A. Jna. Kakka Gag. So if we take, of course, you know everything else. It's just again putting Kakka, Kiki, Kuku, Keke, Kai, Koko, Kau, Kam, Kaha. So this is like how it comes. And when it comes to Jna, 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 Jni, Jni, Jnu, Jnu, likewise Jnu. So it will be very tricky words whenever this consonant mix with the alpha, this vowels. It is a tricky. So here, this consonant mixing with the second vowel, A, then it goes like a Nya. That
I think I've been saying it wrong for such a long time, and so now to correct myself.
it is Nya. In English, when it comes like here, J-N-A, Nya.
It's like, is it agya or agna? That kind of word, isn't it?
Ajna, yes. It is Ajna. It's JNA, Vijnapitam.
Okay, thank you. I'll try.
Thank you, Mataji. Anything else? Okay, so in that case, we shall move to the Ramayana. In the Ramayana, so the conversations between Bharata, Rama, and all the Ayodhya people like Vasistha, Kaushalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi, there Sumantra is there, and everyone else, and also a Brahmana, Jabali Brahmana. They are trying to persuade Ramachandra to take to Ayodhya. And Bharata is simply sitting himself that finally as a last resort to bring Ramachandra to Ayodhya. So there he has set in front of the ashrama of Ramachandra, Rama, if you do not come, I will never leave from here. Likewise, he sit. And then Ramachandra gently admonished Bharata, telling him, it is not possible for one's promise to be fulfilled by another person. And then Rama gives a few, again, dharmic principles. One has to follow the father's instructions at any point of time. Keep his promise. Our father told me to do it, I'm just doing it. So I cannot return under any condition written before the 14 years had expired. Now, everyone present, the many eminent sages who were present had listened intently to the conversations between the two divine brothers. They were thrilled and astonished, thinking of the deep import of their discussion. Hosts of heavenly rishis, along with the demigods, stood invisible in the sky. The divine beings then spoke to that only Rama and his brothers could hear. So this is where we stopped. Now, when the discussions are going on, so Ramachandra, Bharata, Lakshmana, and Satrugna. Lakshmana and Satrugna, they are the twins born to Sumitra. Bharata born to Kaikeyi, and Ramachandra born to Kaushalya. So here, Lakshmana and Satrugna, though they're the twin brothers, and Lakshmana is attracted to Ramachandra, Satrugna is always with the Bharata. And they have got knowledge from the Vasistha Maharshi as a spiritual master equally. So they are very well versed in the Shastras. Later on, Ramachandra and Lakshmana, they have accompanied Vishwamitra further and they have received further more knowledge. They have received further more knowledge as well. But almost they have got the same knowledge because they have heard everything from Vasistha Maharshi. Now, when they're discussing, it is not an ordinary discussion as well. Bharata is quoting from different angles, the scriptural perspective, and also Ramachandra also quoting. And that conversation is intent. Everyone are listening intently the conversation between the two divine brothers. At the time, in order to break that conversation, the demigods, the hosts of the heavenly rishis, along with the gods, stood invisible in the sky. The divine beings then spoke to so that only Rama and his brothers could hear. This is the plan of the demigods. Now, from after that, we will see what is going to happen. Okay, so we shall take to read a page of paragraphs, the devotees. Can I request Gauringi Mataji to read the first four paragraphs, please?
Hare Krishna. Hearing this wonders, delusions, um, between Rama and Bharata. We long to hear it again and again, said one of the gods. O Bharata, please allow Rama to fulfill his promise to his father by virtue of Rama's vow. Dasaratha has ascended to the highest heaven, freed of his David to Kaikai. The gods were anxious for Ravana's death, which they saw imminent. They saw um, ce- celebrities flowers on Rama and his brothers, and then returned to their heavenly abode. Um, echoed, echoed, echoed by encoded by hearing the demigods. Bharata was uh, prepared to accept the responsibility of ruling Ayodhya, falling uh, at Rama's feet. He voiced his final um, doubts. My lord, how does the power to rule for vast kingdom exist in me? I am young and inexperienced, nor am I possessed of any great ability. Uh, Surely the kingdom will meet with reign under my incapable guidance. Rama raised his younger brother and placed him on his lap. Uh, Stroking his head, he said, Your humility is your real qualification. By virtue uh, of his of this wisdom, you can uh, protect the in, entire earth. Always seek the counsel of learned Brahmins and rules with confidence, O joy among men. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. That's it, Prabhuji.
One more paragraph, Mataji.
Okay. Bharata then brought before Rama a pair of ornate wooden sandals, embellished embellished with gold. He put them on the ground and said, Please place your feet in these sandals, dear Rama. Let these shoes be an rulers of the kingdom, and I shall remain as their servant. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji, I cannot read properly.
Hare
Many
Krishna. Thank you,
mistakes.
Mataji. You did very nicely, Mataji. So now the demigods they have spoken to Bharata and Ramachandra about their duties. So that conversation happens only they could only hear, not anyone else. So after hearing this wondrous dialogue between Ram and Bharata, so here one of these gods they have said, now Dasharatha he is freed from the debt to Kaikeyi. So now you carry on your duties. And then gods were anxious for Ravana's death, which they saw as imminent, and then they have left from that place. They went returned to their heavenly abodes. Now, Bharata now is determined. He is prepared to accept the responsibility of ruling Ayodhya. Okay, so that is where his inspiration comes from. It is not his personal idea, it is by the demigods. And falling at the Rama's feet, again he is voicing that how can I rule the kingdom without my brother? And I am too young, I am incapable. Likewise, he put his words in front of Ramchandra. Ram again, he raised him and then put him on his lap, then with loving affection. Oh, Bharata. So he's stroking his head and then saying, your humility is your real qualification. By virtue of this wisdom, you can protect the entire earth. So always seek the counsel of learned Brahmins and rule with confidence. O jewel among men, Bharata. Likewise, Rama is assuring him. So here what it means for us. So we have got so many of the rulers, the politicians. They do not have a single Brahman next to him. It is so unfortunate. All are cats and dogs ruling, thieves, robbers, and plunderers. This is Dasya Prayashu Rajeshu. Dasuprayeshu Rajas. Almost everyone are Dasyuhu is the plunderers, rogues and thieves. They will take the money and also happiness of the people instead of giving all comforts to the people and rule dharmic way, but they do not do it so because they do not have any Brahmanas or Vaishnavas to guide them to rule the country or the kingdoms. They do not have they do not have any humility at all. Always trying to point out to the opposite persons. You are doing this wrong. Instead of helping, how they can't do anyway by themselves because within 5 years of time, the tenure, 5 years or 4 years, whatever it is, the period of tenure, they can't do anything. They can't occupy, but they always show the point. Instead of helping, they will drag the development downwards. It is so unfortunate. People are all Dasyu Prayeshu, Rajeshu. Everyone are plunderers, and Dasyu means this is plunderers, rogues and robbers, thieves. That is what is happening. That's why people are not able to rule the kingdoms or countries properly. They will always give pain to the people. So here, Ramchandra is saying humility is your real qualification, and you have got the knowledge of dharma. What is Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam? Here, Raghuvamsha, this Srimad Bhagavad Gita comes from the sun god Vivaswan. Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyam Vivaswan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvakavi Abhavit. And Vivaswan spoke to Manu, Manu spoke to Ikshvaku. Within that Ikshvaku Vamsha, Raghu comes, and within that the same family dynasty, Ramachandra, Bharata, these are all appearing there. So they have got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So they know how to rule. Again, Brahma is giving confidence. O jewel among men, you can rule. So here, always seek the counsel of learned Brahmins and rule with confidence. So later on, Bharata, here sometimes we may think that Bharata has taken the sandals of Ramchandra, but actually Bharata they have prepared already, and Vasistha also understood, and they have prepared ornate wooden sandals embellished with gold, and they have prepared those sandals from the Ayodhya and brought there so that Ramchandra put them on the ground and said. And then they are asking, please place your feet on the sandals, dear Rama. Let these shoes be the rulers of the kingdom, and I shall remain as their servant. Okay, this is what. But some people, it is posing that Bharata came there and took the shoes of the Ramachandra like that. That is not the right thing. They have brought the shoes from the Ayodhya so that with the prepared, they have planned already. That means they knew that Rama's determination, he will never ever deviate from his plan. That's why they have got plans for every step. Okay, that is the mood of Bharata. And Vasistha helped him in those in preparing those sandalwoods as well. Okay, we shall move on further. Can I request Ch5 Mataji to read the next 4 paragraphs, please?
Yes, thank you. Okay. Hare Krishna. Ram immediately put on the sandals and then took them off again, handing them back to Bharat. Bharat placed the sandals on his head. For the coming 14 years, I shall live in a hut outside Ayodhya, he said, sighing. I shall survive on only fruits and roots, and my hair shall be matted. If at the end of this time I do not see you return, O Ram, then I shall enter blazing fire. So be it, replied Ram. And he embraced each of his brothers. He again told Bharat that Kaikeyi should not be condemned and that she should be treated with kindness. Ram paid his respects to all the people there according to their positions, speaking fond farewells to everyone. Kaushalya and the other queens stood in front of Ram, unable to say anything, their throats choked and their eyes flooded with tears. Ram bowed to each of them in turn. As the queens departed, Kaikeyi turned and spoke privately to Ram. She censured herself again and again, begging his forgiveness. The queen fell at Rama's feet. I am entirely ignorant and have acted like a fool, she said tearfully. But now I understand that you are the eternal Supreme Person. Who would not be bewildered upon seeing your human pastimes? O Lord, please forgive me and destroy my attachments to family and wealth. Rama smiled at her with affection. It was I who, for the sake of the gods, prompted you to act as you did, he said. You are not to blame, nor am I angry with you. Hardly anyone knows my real nature. I am never affected by desire in the same way as ordinary men. I act simply to reciprocate the service and love I am given. Gentle lady, return to Ayodhya and live peacefully. Think of me day and night, and you will soon be freed from your attachments to this temporary world. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, now Rama has put his sandals and then he gave to Bharata. Now Bharata placed the sandals on his head. And then again, he is mentioning to Ramachandra again, if you do not come within 14 years, I will enter into the fire. Until then, I will survive only on fruits and roots, and my hair shall be matted, just like yourself, O Ramachandra. And then Rama said, yes, so be it. That's all right. And then he embraced each of his brothers again. He told Bharata that Kaikeyi should not be condemned and that she should be treated with kindness. And as because Supreme Personality of Godhead Ramachandra, he paid respects to all the people there according to their positions. Prahva Abhivadana Aslesha Karasparsha, likewise. So if he's a very friend and close father, embracing, and then some people handshake, some people just by the glance, according to their positions. And speaking fond farewells to everyone. And then Kaushalya and other queens stood in front of them, unable to say anything. So it is Kaushalya is a mother. So now she can't say anything. So it is her child. Their throats choked and their eyes flooded with tears. And it is a separation for the mothers as well. And Rama bowed to each of them in turn. Now, the Kaikeyi, she is speaking to Ramachandra privately. She understood from after so much of reflections in the palace in the Ayodhya and Vasistha. She also has got some kind of counsels from Vasistha and many other people as well, Brahmanas like that, and also Sumantra. Sumantra is there, Vasistha is there. Sumantra, he knew before Ramachandra appeared, and Sumantra is the minister to Dasharatha as well. So he knew before there was a meeting of demigods, and there he has heard that Supreme Personality of Godhead is going to appear in the family of Dasharatha after the Putra Kameshti Yajna. And then he spoke to Dasharatha and made him to perform this Ashwamedha Yajna, Putra Kameshti Yajna, like that. Later on, Ramchandra has appeared. And Sumantra is witnessing all activities. So he has also counseled Kaikeyi during the time when Kaikeyi is asking the two bones to Dasharatha. But Kaikeyi did not listen. Later on, she understood that um, now her husband Dasharatha is died and Ramchandra is in the forest, and Bharata, he did not like the idea of Kaikeyi and he rejected her. Now she is understanding, coming to the senses and reflecting the words of Dasharatha. Dasharatha was right. She reflected before as we read. She reflected Dasharatha was right. Bharata is right. Rama is right. And Sumantra is right. Everyone are right. And now in the private conversations with Ramachandra, she is censuring herself again and again, begging his forgiveness. And Queen fell at Rama's feet and admitting her mistakes. I am entirely ignorant and have acted like a fool, she said tearfully. She acted in that way for only one night. Before that night, before Mandra spoke, Kaikeyi, just like as good as Kaushalya, she loves Ramachandra more than her son. So that much love she has got towards Ramachandra. But only for that night, because of Mandra's inspiration, her mind was polluted. But it is the plan of the demigods. So now she is mentioned admitting that now I understand that you are the eternal supreme person who would not be bewildered upon seeing your human pastimes. Oh Lord, please forgive me and destroy my attachment to family and wealth. Because Bharata, as son, is so in our scriptures, it is said that for a husband, if a woman is having a children, 100 best children, the husband is better than the 100 best children. Husband is more glorious to the wife than the 100 children of a mother. So that much importance a wife need to give to the husband. Okay, this is a lot the conversations between Brahma and Narada Muni. So there Brahma describes that. It comes from the Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana. Now, anyway, husband, she lost the husband. She cannot revive the Dasharatha's life again. Now, Bharata is there. And now, for a mother, there is so much of attachment to the children. Even though husband is not there, then she can see her husband in the form of her children. Uh, so, likewise, she would not separate from her husband. Now, that son Bharata itself, he rejects her. And now she understands that there is no one who is going to look after herself except Mandara. And now she is coming to senses that nothing is permanent. So please forgive me and destroy my attachments to my family and wealth. This comes as part of the self-realization, understanding to that. So that is a turning point. Nothing can give peace to one in this world apart from the devotional service. No one is our real friend. Everyone, either husband, wife, children, everyone has got some kind of expectations. It is, we hardly find the real love in this material world. Okay, so that is again Rama smiled and then mentioning, so it was I who, for the sake of the gods, prompted you to act as you did. He said, you are not to blame, nor I am angry with you. Hardly anyone knows my real nature. I am never affected by desire in the same way as ordinary men. I act simply to reciprocate the service and love I am given. Gentle lady, Return to Ayodhya and live peacefully. Think of me day and night, and you will soon be freed from all attachments to this temporary world. So far, Rama did not declare himself to anyone yet that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And I am the only one arranging everything. He did not say to anyone else. But now, here, Kaikeyi, because she is admitting herself and how she approaches, this is what ye yatamam prapadyante tam saiva bhajamyaham mama vatmanuvartante manushyaha parda sarvashaha. The way the devotees approach to the Lord, Lord will reciprocate in the similar way. Now Kaikeyi is surrendering herself unto the Lord, and Lord is now reciprocating to her. Hardly anyone knows in my real nature. I am never affected by the desire in the same way as an ordinary man. I simply to reciprocate the service and the love I am given. And this is all summary of Bhagavad Gita in 4 lines. Ramachandra is giving to Kaikeyi here. Think of me day and night. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmaridhya mayarpita manobuddhir mam yevaishasi asamsayaha. Then you will soon be freed from all your attachments to this temporary world. Okay, within a few words, Ramchandra has given the some essence of Bhagavad Gita to Kaikeyi here. Okay, so that is Ramchandra's word. Okay, Jayaved Mataji, you wanted to ask questions? I will share.
No, Prabhuji, sorry, going back up slightly, I think I might have not heard you or something properly. Did you say that Sumanta knew, had heard the conversation that was taking place between the demigods? So how did he have that power, or is it a bit like Sanjay? Sanjay was given this vision. Did Sumant also have the same thing? Or?
So the Sumantra, this is Sumantra knew that Supreme God, Supreme Personality of Godhead is going to take birth in the family of Dasharatha. He has heard from the assembly of the great sages in the past before Ramchandra was born.
Oh, he had heard from the great sages. Sorry, I thought I heard from the demigods. So I thought, maybe how did he hear it from demigods? Okay.
Yeah, not in these conversations. So he has heard before. So and then he was giving counsel to even Kaikeyi during that 2 boons when she
Yes.
requested Dasharatha at the
And
time.
that chariot thing and
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, can you request Usha Mataji next to read next paragraph, please? That page.
Yes, Sri Krishna. Okay. Kaikeyi felt deeply relieved and gladdened. With folded hands, the uh, just with folded hands, she circumambulated Rama and again joined the other queens. Bharata had the golden sandals placed upon the royal elephant and shielded by the white umbrella. With the elephant at their head, the citizens of Ayodhya returned the way they had come. As they entered Ayodhya some days later, they saw that it had become dark and desolate. The streets were unswept, and rubbish was strewn all around. The doors and windows of the empty houses swung open. The city had become overrun by cats and owls, and mice ran everywhere. No offerings were being made in the temple, and all the shops and pleasure houses were closed. The streets were deserted, and the city, which had always been full of the life and joy of countless people, was now silent and still. The city resembled a vast army which has been defeated in battle, in armor shattered, its ensigns torn down, and its heroes killed. Bharat made his way to Dasharatha's palace, dejected to see the state of his beloved Ayodhya. After entering the palace which has like a mountain cave abandoned by its lion, Bharat went into the assembly hall with Vasishtha and his other counselors. He placed Ram's sandals on the throne, then sat next to them and said, I shall not accept the throne of Ayodhya. These sandals should be consecrated as the king, and I shall be their servant only. Indeed, I shall live in a hermitage outside the city. When Rama returns, I shall again place these sandals on his feet, as he alone is the king. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, after Lord Ramchandra spoke to Kaikeyi, now Kaikeyi is deeply relieved and gladdened. No more anxiety in her mind that she has made commitments, she made mistakes, or she acted like that. So Ramchandra has revealed the truth. And then this is she did a parikramya around the Lord. This is whenever we go to the temples, we take the circumambulation of the Lord at the temple, and then while leaving the temple. So likewise, she did. Parikramya Paripachano Manu. So um, this is our dharma, or then custom. When we go to the temple, we circumambulate. Okay, now she did that one, and then joined other queens later on. Okay, and then later on Bharata, he taken the golden sandals and then placed it upon the royal elephant, shielded by the white umbrella with the elephant at their head. The citizens of Ayodhya returned the way they had come because Ayodhya is now all people, they have accompanied Bharata while going to Ramachandra. So it took him at least a month, all the procession going to the Chitrakuta where Ramachandra is there. Now, as they have returned back to the Ayodhya, and now they are saying it is completely dark and desolate because no one was there at the moment. Everyone went to the Chitrakuta to see Ramachandra along with Bharata. And now this is how the condition of giving the analogies, how this. Otherwise, the Ayodhya was always with life, full of life and joyous of countless people. Now it is silent and still that they have seen. And then further, Bharata made his way to Dasharatha's palace, dejected to see the state of his beloved Ayodhya. After entering the palace, he was like a mountain cave abandoned by its lion. And so that is, and then Bharata went into the assembly hall with Vasishtha and his other counselors. And it is a mood of Bharata, it is always our inspiration, always liable to Ramachandra. This is called astikyam. One should be always the servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so he placed the sandals on the throne, then sat next to them and said, I shall not accept the throne of Ayodhya. These sandals should be consecrated as the king, and I shall be their servant only. Indeed, I shall live in a hermitage outside the city. When Rama returns, I shall again place these sandals on his feet as he alone is the king. So when we go to the Bhaktivedanta Manara, any temples, so because the Lord is present, everyone are working there and all working with one particular purpose to please Krishna. And if just simply the deity is not there, everyone are doing their own things in different ways. But just presence of Krishna, and just because presence of Rama and his sandals are his sandals, now once again the kingdom is coming and one particular rule. So this is the power of the name, or uh, his name, form, qualities, everything, they're all absolute. Even his sandals. Okay, that we could practically see here. just by his sandals. Now Bharata is going to rule, and he is treating himself as the servant. Okay. There are only 2 paragraphs. I shall finish this one. The Brahmins applauded Bharata. So be it, they exclaimed. Then duly installed the sandals with the coronation ceremony. And Bharata then moved with Shatrugna into a small wooden hut, eating only forest fare and wearing ascetic dress. Each day he would submit the affairs of state before Rama's sandals. Only then would he carry out any necessary action. Any gifts he received, he would also offer to Rama's sandals. In this way, he ruled the kingdom. This is the gratitude. Oh my dear Lord, this is your things. I am just using at the moment. Likewise, gifts received, he would also offer to Rama sandals. Anything, whenever we are eating or whatever we get. Yat karoshi, yat dasnas, yat juhosi dadhasi, yat tapaspasi kaunteya kurushva madarpanam. Krishna says to Arjuna, whatever you do, you offer it to me. Either charity or tapasya or anything. Okay, likewise, here Bharata is a practical example here. Okay, so that is first thing is first. So that and now he is living in a small wooden hut, eating only forest fare, wearing ascetic dress outside of the city. Okay, here Bharata and Shatrugna, they both are in the living in that hut. Moved with Shatrugna into a small hut. Okay, so with that one, chapter 5 is completed. This chapter name is the Rama remains firm. Rama remains firm. He does not come to Ayodhya until 14 years. Okay, so I request the devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted to share any reflections, kindly ask questions or kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, when you, please, may I?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Prabhuji, as we know, we all know the story of Ramayana well, but when you explain it, when you say to us about the deeper meanings, like I didn't know about the Bhagavad Gita bit, how Ram spoke to Kaikai like that in few sentences, and how, because we always sometimes think, even though deep down we know that the Bhagavad Gita was spoken to the Sun Lord, but in my mind definitely I had forgotten, because it comes as Bhagavad Gita was spoken to Arjun, but when you said it, it made sense that actually it was even back then as well. So yeah, thank you for all those little things that you talked about. Even I didn't know about Sumanta either. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is all devotees when come together and discussing. We go into the intricacies, all pastimes come together and join. We will see a bigger picture what is happening. Very beautiful reflections. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other comments or questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for nice reading Ramayana. So yeah, is you said like that Bharata knew before that he went to forest to convince Ram. That's why he prepared like so the sandals and
Yes,
then bring Ram back. But he knew that Ram is not going to come back, so he still prepared. But
yes,
still, that they were trying to convince Ram. So
yes,
yeah, it's so nice to for Bharat. I even know that Ram is not going to come, but still he went there and then put sandals in Ram's feet and then putting on his head and then came to Ayodhya back. So when that here when we see that even though house sometimes is empty, nobody's there. It's like that. that without the people in Ayodhya, also like silent, and then that all the mice is running and everything, and like they are showing, that when we have not a human life in the things, it get like forest or anything, then it's not like lively. So in Ayodhya also they happen same, like without nobody's, then all went to to get Ram back. But yeah, it's so nice, Prabhu. Very nice. I can see. Thank you, Prabhu.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Vasistha, one thing, Vasistha knows he is the Rishi. He is the spiritual master of Rama, Dasharatha, and his forefathers as well. So he knows everything about Rama. Who is Rama? He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is determined. So he knows he helped Bharata to just get these sandals as well. And but still he asked Ramchandra, but Rama, you need to come as a spiritual master. I am saying. Vasishtha also tried to uh, ask Ramchandra to come to bring to Ayodhya, but as a matter of duty, as a matter of duty. But they know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is always sticking to the Dharma. He will never ever be deviated from the dharmic principles. And everyone are trying. Vasishtha, Bharata, and these mothers and everyone, ministers and Brahmanas are also, and all the citizens of the Ayodhya, they also, everyone are coming, accompanying with Bharata. So Ayodhya is empty now. Everyone are trying to bring Rama home. How much endeavor they are doing it. That is necessary. Rama is pleased with that kind of endeavors. But in due course of time, Rama is going to come. But one must be keep trying and be patient and take the instructions from the Lord. Then they will see in due course of time Ramchandra in the Ayodhya. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely reflected. And so, in the similar way, at the end of Rama's 11,000 years, everyone in the Ayodhya, they will accompany with Ramachandra to go back to the spiritual world, inclusive of birds, animals, everything accompany. And Ayodhya become empty after that, after 11,000 years. And then during that time, Yamadharmaraja comes and then speaks to Ramachandra, my dear Lord, so 11,000 years that you have set yourself, that time has passed. Now it is your time to come back to the spiritual world. And then Rama understood that, and then he manifested some pastimes, and then he arranges one particular day, and then there is to send Lakshmana to outside of the country or kingdom. And later on, Ramchandra make his way going to the Sarayu river, and then where even the Vishnu also comes. Vishnu also comes on Garuda, and then Ramchandra he enters into the waters. Of course, that is a different pastime. At the time, along with Ramchandra, everyone accompanied behind Ramchandra, entering into the spiritual world. No one, not even a bird, is left in the Ayodhya. That one that we would see at the end of this Ramayana. Now here, that mood, how much mood here why we are saying that here everyone accompanied Bharata to bring Ramachandra to Ayodhya. While have accompanied all this Ayodhya, it is dark and desolate. It is just a kind of a pre-information about the mood of the people of Ayodhya. And also here, how the people are living. If they do not want to die, they do not die. As much, and that in front of their eyes, their children will never ever die. Everyone lived happily in that way. That is the Rama Rajya. So, but at the end of their lives, they go back to Godhead along with the Lord. Okay, so that is one reflection.
So, Prabhu Hare Krishna, it's like a compared to the Ram said 11,000 years, and then Krishna is like a very short time, isn't it? In Krishna Lila,
Yes,
Krishna was,
Krishna is
yeah,
125 years.
yes, and then Ram is 11,000 years.
Yes,
So, yeah, the Krishna is very short time, but yeah, so nice. But he showed so much in Krishna that in the even the short time we had so many leelas. Can see.
yes. And Ramayana is 24,000 slokas. Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, 18,000 slokas. Again, Krishna is
Mm-hmm.
glorified in Mahabharata and all the Puranas, Vedas, and everywhere. So this
Yeah.
Krishna's expansion as Ramachandra,
Mm.
it is showing an example. Pramanam Satya Lokike, Pramanam, leading by example. It is very difficult for the people. So, but living in the, we can follow and imitate what Ramchandra has done. We can also do that. Of course, except the extraordinary things. Most of Rama's activities we can follow. But Krishna's things we cannot imitate. We simply need to hear those instructions and then
Mm.
with serve him with love and devotion.
Mm. So beautiful.
And Prabhupada was mentioning that if Krishna has stayed for more than 125 years, unnecessarily glorifying the place of this earth unnecessarily. That one statement he has mentioned. Um, Otherwise, it is actually dukkalayam ashashvatam. People, they will stay here itself if it is unnecessarily glorified. Yes, many other reflections. Hare Krishna Meena Mataji. You wanted to share anything, Mataji? So far,
Wait,
what we have
I
read.
not, I did not, I was not there, I was at the class, so I just came, so I didn't.
Yeah. So here,
Then
Bharata, he was trying to bring Ramchandra, but Ramchandra did not come. Demigods come and they assured Bharata and Ramchandra. And then later on, Bharata, he is prepared to rule Ayodhya. And then he just brought the sandalwoods in front of Ramchandra. Ramchandra to wear it and then give it back to Bharata so that sandals can rule the kingdom. And then Bharata is going to be the servant. And then Kaikai has approached privately to Ramchandra and asked forgiveness. And then Ramchandra spoke about his real identity, that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it is not mistake of Kaikai at all. It is by Lord's inspiration only. Kaikai acted on that night just like that. And then later on, Kaikai is now freed. She is no more anxiety. So she is deeply relieved. And now later on, Bharata came back to Ayodhya along with all his people, and he looks at Ayodhya that no one is here. That means everyone has accompanied Bharata. And then later on, Bharata, he just made a small hut outside of the Ayodhya along with Shatrugna. He was just simply eating roots and fruits and wearing ascetic dress and everything. He is in the serving the Lord for everything. So that was a small recap, Mataji. With that one, Rama said it.
like
Yes.
as you said, Kaikaya has went to Ram to forgive. So then Ram has forgiven is because he's a Lord. Then why afterwards Bharata never spoke to Kaikaya? Why did he never forgive her?
So now, Bharata, demigods came invisibly and spoke to Bharata and Ramachandra.
Mhm.
Okay, and also Rama has informed Bharata, do not condemn uh, Kaikeyi. So, and you treat her with kindness. Rama also mentioned.
So Rama has told Bharata like that. Okay.
Yeah. So, would you like to read these two paragraphs, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. As the queen departed, Kaikai turned and spoke privately to Rama, She searched herself again and again, begging his forgiveness. The queen fell at Rama's feet. I am entirely ignorant and have acted like a fool, she said tearfully. But now I understand that you are the eternal supreme person who would not be deliberated upon seeing your human pastime. O Lord, please forgive me and destroy my attachment to family and wealth. Rama smiled at her with affection. It was it was I who, for the sake of the gods, prom, promoted promoted prompted you to act as you did. He said, "You are not a blame, nor am I angry with you. Hardly anyone know my real nature. I am never affected by desire in the same way as ordinary men. I act simply to reciprocate the service and love I am given. Gentle lady, return to Ayodhya and live peacefully. Think of me day and night, and you will soon be freed from all your attachment to this temporary world." Kaikeya felt deeply relieved and gladdened. With folded hands, she circumambulated Rama and again joined the other queens. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So that is what has happened.
Okay.
Okay, so with that one, chapter 5 is completed. So we shall start next Sunday, the new chapter. So new chapter is going to be the forest sages. Okay, from here, Rama's journey continues, meeting different sages further.
In this Valmiki Ramayana, there was no any Kevat prasang, isn't it? Great Kevat story or Kevat came in this.
Kevat.
Yeah.
What Kevat, Mataji?
Who has like Kevat in Tulsi Ramayana and other Ramayana also mention about the Kevat who has like was
The boat, the one who takes Ram to the other side in the river.
Yeah,
yeah
that we already
was
passed through. That chapters we have read already in the
but it's in Valmiki Ramayana was there.
Yes,
I
it is there. We have read all this Masterji in the previous weeks.
Guha was there, but
Guha,
I don't.
yes, Guha, yes.
But not that Kevat Prasanga was there. It was a different character than Guha.
What is the Kevat, Mataji? Can you give a little bit example?
Yeah, so Kevat who has like had was the Charan like to Ramchandra, and he was like previous life he was uh, uh, like he wants to always want to go to the near the, but like Sita and Lakshman never like Sita means like Lakshmi and Sesnag never allowed him to come near to the like, but in this person in this Kevat he has want to desire to watch like Rama's like Charan, so he has like and this person is also but not only Rama like fit he has also called his all Pitru and everybody like when Rama has allowed him, so no one not this chance was not even gone like Sita or like Lakshman have never get chance to wash his feet, but Kevat has like done this, and then he has taken him Ram to the other side of the river because Kevat wants to wash his feet by telling him because
This is we read, Mataji. This is Guha, his name. So would you like to
No,
read this?
it's not Guha. It's a Kevat. It's different, and I think Valmiki Ramayana not
Would you
mentioned.
like to read this paragraph, Mataji?
Yeah, but it's Guha is a separate character than Kevat.
So here, Guha commanded his men to do as Rama had requested, having the best of food for the horses. He watched sadness and admiration as Rama accepted only water for himself and then lay down to sleep on the bed of leaves. Lakshman washed Rama's feet and again kept vigil nearby. Going over to Lakshman, and Guha said, "Here is a bed for you. There is no need to remain awake, for I shall stand before." And then, okay, so this is again another pastime. Where is it? So washing here. Yeah, that one. Okay, but
Yeah, Stewart Prasang is, if you look in the book, it's very, very like heartbreaking. It's so good. Like what how he is convinced
yes,
Ram and
yes. Kevat is the person when
yeah,
he
he
was crossing
He
the
was
river.
a boatman, and we have in Gujarati, we have some bhajans dedicated to him. He was that elevated soul because he he got Ram to liberate all his family for many generations by
yeah, his
washing their
people and
feet.
everything. Yeah, yeah. And his whole prasang was so good. His whole like it's, but I think it's like
Yes,
mentioning.
they wanted to cross the river, but there was no other boat person around, and it was only Kevat who would take him. But Kevat had a desire and a condition that only he would only take them across the river if Ram allowed him to wash the feet. And Lakshman got very angry. How could you do this? But eventually Ram agreed after a lot of going backwards and forwards. He agreed. And then that is when he takes them. He washes the feet and then he takes them. And then he said, I want you to liberate all my generations and generations of family as a reward. So that's how that happened. But like Mataji says, it's a very important, he was an important character as far as we were concerned in Gujaratis, yeah.
In Tulsi Ramayana and all of many other Ramayana also, like Pagmane Dhova Diyo Raghurai, that song goes in
Yes,
Gujarat.
yes, yeah, yeah.
But that prasang is really like hard, like so nice how he is like like Rama like put his hand on his like head and like it just it was so nice character in
Yeah,
that.
so it is very nice, Mataji. So just that reflection, the conversations between Ramchandra and Kevati is.
Mhm.
Oh, my dear Lord, so I cross I will make the people cross this using the boat, but you make the uh, people cross this material in a sense, birth and death. So there should not be any exchange of thanks or kind of remunerations between ourselves. But what I request is, I am crossing you, you also make us to cross this material science. It's a kind of a, as you were mentioning, methods in your different words. And also that when he was washing the feet of Ramchandra, he was understanding. Oh, my dear Lord, in the previously, when you were going in a forest with Vishwamitra, by touch of your feet, a stone become a human. And now, if you touch my boat, if it turns into a human, I will lose my livelihood. How I would survive? How I would feed my family? I wanted to wash and first to try, and then sprinkle on my head if something happens to me. So it's kind of a with loving and affection and the devotion mix it together. He wanted to act like that, to wash the feet of Ramchandra. So
Yeah, that is the yeah.
that way
It's
the
correct.
conversation happened, and Rama understood, and Sita Mata also very understood, and they were with love and affection, they allowed, and then they
And
were
afterwards, Sita wants to like Ram want to give his like Sita has given to Ram the ring like to give it to Kevat because he has done this, and Kevat never accepted. They said you have to come 14 years afterwards back
yeah,
again, and I will accept whatever you give. And then Ram himself took him. Like and afterwards, he never used his boat. Once Ram has seated, he never used his boat. Even that this boat give him like to survive, like this family. But still, he never used that boat because Ram had seated.
yeah.
And after 14 years, Ram has remembered this and came back and took him to Ayodhya. And he said, Ram said that I will every day sit it in your boat in Ayodhya with Sita. So yeah, that was in
Very nice, Mataji. So this is the devotees and the Lord. It is so pleasing to hear how much love devotees have got towards Lord and how much he reciprocates similarly.
Even the Ram, Bharata said to him that if you are 1 minute late, I will not leave without you. But still, he just went to the again because he has given promise to Kevat, so he went again see the Kevat and
Yeah.
and took him to the Ayodhya and their family as well. So
Yes, yes.
Is the story of Ahalya also covered in this book, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, okay. So I must have missed it because I joined late. So thank you.
It was at the first part where Raman so here with sage Vishwamitra and trail of strength before here. I think Ahalya. Let us see here Ahalya. Not this chapter, maybe next chapter. It's not here. So, where did we cover that one? Part one, birth of Rama, with sage Vishwamitra. And
I was looking before and I couldn't find it.
I think
But maybe I thought maybe I might have skimmed through it very quickly, but I definitely was looking and couldn't find it in detail.
so here I think it was mentioned. Not here. I think story of the Ganges. Okay, I think we have read somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where.
No worries. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Mataji. Anything else, dear devotee? You wanted to share reflection. This is the play time. You have got your own freedom. And we are here to discuss and reflect. Whatever you wanted to ask, you can ask or share.
Prabhuji, you know that what we just read about the whole town being deserted and everything. There was something very similar when in Treta Yuga, wasn't there, when Lord Krishna departs and was it Parikshit Maharaj was looking and he couldn't, there was something that he couldn't find anybody in that village, and then he tried to find out why, and then he was told that they were all nityas, so they have left with Lord Krishna. Is that something similar like that in that story?
With Krishna, I have not seen. I have not heard Mataji. If you just give a little bit of more, then. But with Ramachandra, this is Ayodhya, and with
Yes.
Krishna, it would
Then
be.
there was something to do with Vraj.
It's not, I have not heard about the
Okay,
Vedic
no
woman.
problem. I'll try and see if there was something that I came across. I don't know. I could be wrong, but which is very possible. But yeah, it just sounded very similar what we read. In this case, Ram had just gone to the forest, but in that one, Lord Krishna departed, and everybody left with him. So the whole town got deserted,
It's a
and then
Dwaraka.
sorry.
It is a Dwaraka.
Dwarka got deserted. Then they found out why, and then he was told. I think it was Parikshit Maharaj or somebody was told that everybody is a nitya, so they've left with him. But I'll try and find out. It was something I'd written down ages ago. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mridha Hachi Mataji. So, if there are no questions, no sharings, maybe then we can continue with our japa in case. Okay, so we shall conclude. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
and the
कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। Have a Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.